Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So I want to talk about hypocrisy, and I want to kind of pinpoint some of the main hypocrisy that I'm seeing with the so-called church. With the so-called church trying to play God and taking things and making them doctrine that's not even doctrine. Case in point, they say, well, the Bible say drunkards shall not have the place in the kingdom and all this. That. Let me tell you something. Man. Y'all need to focus on y'all sex lives more than alcohol. I'm just going to tell you flat out, because alcohol is many people's self-righteousness and it's many people's hypocrisy. And I say that without no bias. Without no bias. I'm just telling you like it is. When I learned these things, I said, you know what? It ain't nothing wrong with me having a drink here and there. We're going to talk about that next. And I'm going to give y'all some scriptures. I'm going to give you some scriptures. You know, you do what you do. But when you start labeling stuff sin, or when you start labeling stuff sin, just know that the spotlight is going to be on you. Like he said, I am the one. He said she calls herself a prophetess, talking about Jezebel, meaning she was preaching. She was doing some type of preaching. And he said, no, y'all will know that I am he that searches the minds and the hearts. So when you start getting self-righteous and when you start getting hypocritical, you better recognize one thing. That he is the one that searches the minds and the hearts of me, of you, of everybody. Everybody. I'm not going to keep trying to teach people who don't want to be taught. I'm more, because there's a lot of people that watch me that want to be taught. I'm here for them. I'm not here for people who think they know everything and they don't, and they really hypocrites. Now, what makes one a hypocrite? Give me an example. Okay. We're going to keep talking about this. Like, if you think that adultery is somehow better than gay sex. I showed you in the Bible, go to my other video where he called it an abomination, a woman who marries a man, gets divorced, marries another one, gets divorced, and goes back to the first one. That's Deuteronomy 24. So anytime you see that word abomination, you know that everywhere where that word is used, it applies the same. It applies the same. But we look at abomination. You're right, we do. And we shouldn't. And we need to avoid it. And we cause you be looking at women that's married. You be looking at women that, at least you think they are. We see women out here, we don't even know if they women nowadays. Sometimes you don't know. You be looking at abomination. You looking at abomination. But when you act like that what you're doing is better than what the L's, the alphabet community, everybody in it is doing, you being a hypocrite. Because sexual immorality is all categorized together, and the Bible showed us what it is. So when you basically take stuff that you say is wrong, but it's not wrong, and then stuff that is wrong, you don't say that stuff is wrong. That's hypocritical. That's hypocrisy. Y'all just want to focus on drinking and smoking. It's people that ain't saved to the bit that be going to P. Diddy parties and all. It's people that went to P. Diddy parties that wasn't drinking. Just that's some people, that don't make you righteous. Let me show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Just this ain't gonna be the longest video. We running late already. Got to get started for today. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Dudes that drink, that say people that smoke weed is the worst people ever. Look. Both of them can be sorcery depending on what you do. I'm not encouraging either. I drink. I don't smoke nothing. I drink though. But I'm not encouraging either. But I'm saying stop being hypocritical. You're talking about, well, I don't drink because the Bible said it, but you know, weed is the earth. You know, that's the earth. That's hypocrisy. That's what it is. You being a hypocrite. But I'm finna show you. Okay. Matthew chapter 15. Matthew 15. In particular, verse 11. For all of you who want to say drinking is bad, but you will open your legs, you'll put meat in your mouth, and all kind of stuff. This is for you, especially, hypocrite. This is what he said. So I got to give you the premise of what they was talking about. It said, why do your disciples break the tradition of the elders? It says, for they do not wash their hands when they eat bread. And he answered and said to them, why do you yourselves also break the commandment of God for the sake of your tradition? That's what people doing. They breaking the commandment of God for the sake of their tradition. They having other guys before them. They making their pastor and what he think and his philosophy God. For God said, honor your father and mother, and the one who speaks evil of father or mother is to be put to death. But you say, whoever says to his father or mother, whatever I have that will help you has been given to God. He is not to honor his father or mother. And by this you have invalidated the word of God for the sake of your tradition. You hypocrites, rightly did Isaiah prophesy about you. This people honor me with their lips. And sometimes with the same lips they suck dick, but who keeping score? But their heart is far from me, and in vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. That's the epitome of hypocrisy. They teach as doctrines the commandments of men. You shall not drink. You shall not go to a casino. Those are the commandments of men. Now, you could spin it and say, okay, well, here's why. Okay, that's a good reason. But some people would be like, man, look, everything is a gamble. And are they wrong? Business, lottery, all of it. I'm just using that as an example. It says, verse 10, after the Son called the crowd to him, he said to them, hear and understand, it is not what enters the mouth that defiles the person. It's not, if it's Miller time, it's Miller time. Miller time ain't gonna defile you. Listen what he's saying. But what comes out of the mouth, this defiles the person. So if you're a person that don't drink, but you talking about the Most High don't do nothing, or you saying little weak stuff about him, that's what you want to correct first. He's saying, watch what you say. Because what you say can defile you more than what goes in. Now, of course, there is limits to this, and you have to take the scripture line upon line with this. It said, then the disciples came to him, do you know that the Pharisees were offended when they heard this statement? But he answered and said, every plant which my Heavenly Father did not plant will be uprooted. Leave them alone. They blind guides of blind people. And if a person who is blind guides another who is blind, both will fall into a pit. That's how people gonna fall into the lake of fire. You being led by the blind. He said, leave them alone. Like, yeah, I'm gonna cook the trolls, but I'm gonna mainly just delete their comments. That's what he's saying. He said, everybody that the Most High didn't put in there ain't gonna be. He said this before. He said, I will tell them, depart from me. I never knew you. See, a hypocrite is somebody who's saying they something that they ain't. And a lot of these people are hypocrites. A lot of them didn't start that way, but now that's what they are. When life hits you, you got to handle it the right way. Now let's keep going. Verse 15, Peter said to him, explain the parable to us. The son said, are you also still lacking in understanding? Do you not understand that everything that goes into the mouth passes into the stomach and is eliminated? So all that little not eating pork, hey, listen, you do you. Me, according to Genesis 9:4, and according to the son, what he's saying right here, I can eat whatever I want. Now there are some rules to it. The rules are, as long as it's not still alive, and as long as it don't got the blood still in it. It says, but the things that come out of the mouth come from the heart, and those things defile the person. Let me give you an example. We be talking about divorced women. I just made a video how they cook. So your indecency, remember Deuteronomy say if you find some indecency, their indecency sometimes could be that slick mouth. All the things that they allow to come out of their mouth, that could be the indecency. And it could be coming out of there because they could be cheating or want to cheat, committing adultery or wanting to commit adultery. It says, but things that come out of the mouth come from the heart, and those things defile the person. For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murders, acts of adultery, other immoral sexual acts, thefts, false testimony, and slanderous statements. These are the things, slanderous statements. These are the things that defile the person, but to eat with unwashed hands does not defile the person. False testimonies, acts, sexual acts, other immoral sexual acts, acts of adultery, slanderous statements. Remember, the plot that devises evil. You don't need to be worried about food, eating pork, and drinking. Well, I want to tell everybody that this is how I want to do it. I want to ask you a question. What's in your heart right now? That's what you need to work on. That's what he's saying. Not what you eating and drinking, because that ain't going to go to the heart. That's going to go in the stomach. And it's going to come out either out of your penis, your vagina, as urine, or it's going to come out of your BT hole as waste. That's what he's saying. And he's saying, and y'all hypocrites for telling people they don't go to hell for eating pork. You and your superhero suit is a hypocrite for that. Now, some dudes, they might have good intentions. They just need to learn a little more. Like, I know dudes who believe that they got good intentions. They just shouldn't be teaching right now. Is you telling people they going to hell for a BLT? There's not even in them no more? Come on now. So, I just needed to talk about that. Kind of like a follow-up. A follow-up to that car little. She should be able to get through there. A follow-up to the divorced woman is cooked video. Because I received a couple examples of hypocrisy today. And the Most High wanted me to talk about them. Because y'all got to realize, you're not fooling him. I'm not fooling him. Nobody's fooling him. You'll get further with him if you just humble yourself and just keep it real. But let's say you're a woman who you divorced your husband because you want to mess with other men. You want to deal with other men. You feel like you're missing something. You're bored. Your husband is too nice. He don't do much. He don't go on a lot of vacations, so on and so forth. But you're trying to make it like, why would he come right here, man? You're trying to make it like, out of all the places he could come. Dude, these people be annoying, man. Let me pull up. Because you've been to hit this car, man. Out of all the places. See, now he done made me lose my train of thought. Look, this whole gas station, I don't think nobody in here. He pulls up on the side of me. You know what? I'm starting to think people do that now to annoy you. But, back to what I'm saying. If this is you, let me help you with this video. So, let's say you have a woman that and if it shuts off, I got enough of this material and we're going to go to the next. But she, in her heart, she's saying one thing, but her heart is saying something else. In her heart, she ain't had enough men. She wants more. She wants to experience other guys. But out of her mouth, she's false testimony. She's trying to blame you. That's making it false testimony. She's trying to blame you because she wants to have her experiences. And now she's trying to say that the Most High is a forgiving God. She's under grace, so on and so forth. Don't let that be y'all, ladies. You playing a dangerous game. If you want to do that, you need to do that before you get married. It's still wrong. You still could be judged for it. But that's something that you need to do before you get married. That's where y'all messing up. They want to have a whole phase, hit him with child support and alimony, which is evil. Don't y'all realize the Most High? Because you don't think something to somebody don't mean that's how the Most High is viewing them. But don't y'all realize that when these things are in your heart, that's what he's looking at. And so you taking him to court trying to get money, but all actuality is you're lazy. You don't want to work. You don't want to take care of yourself. So you want to go and experience what you want to experience and still have provision. That's why stuff be happening to y'all. I'm telling you. That's why stuff be happening. Because that's full of evil. And some of these women are in the church claiming to be saved. Claiming to be full of the Holy Spirit. And this is how they conducting themselves. And I'm telling you, as a prophet, the Most High is looking at your heart. You're not fooling nobody. And you're not under grace. Stop talking about grace. How is you under grace conducting yourself like that? Grace is, you say, okay, well, I've been forgiven. So let me do this instead of this. That's when grace counts. Like if you get a grace period on your bill, that don't mean you don't have to pay the bill. That means that you getting more time to pay the bill. Hypocrites. These women just want to say, oh, I'm getting so wet. Oh. It's yours. Who pays this? It's yours. Is it? Not really. Because really, you was married to him. It's actually his. He's still alive. Hypocrite. They want new experiences. They want to use their moans, their groans, their sucking, their spreading of their legs, bending over sinks, and whatever else to get whatever it is they after for the moment. Because they're selfish creatures. And I'm not excluding you guys, because this applies to y'all too. Y'all be hypocritical too. One thing I say, my life goal is never to be hypocritical. I'd rather be transparent and have people getting cooked by me and then trying to bring up stuff I said and did than me being a hypocrite and what I'm saying, the way I'm saying the way I say I live is totally different from the way I actually live. I'd rather be transparent than be a hypocrite. Me knowing the Most High the way I do is I'd rather be transparent than a hypocrite. You want to talk about drinking and smoking, but yet look what you planning in your heart. Anybody that listen to somebody like that, you not getting blessed. No favor. It's not going to be, look, people that behave like this, you tie yourself to them, you're not going to have the favor of the Most High. I'm telling you, because the Most High is looking at their heart. If they trying to act nice to you so you won't dump them, but yet they planning all of this stuff, and they could care less if you died? Hypocrites. It's a lot of hypocrites, man. And they ain't just in the church. Some of them don't go to church. Let's stop that there too. Let me talk to you couch hypocrites. You relying on your grandmammy's faith from 50 years ago. You ain't read the Bible consistently in 50 years, but yet you claim to know everything. The Most High looking at your heart too. You ain't excluded. You better get it right before it's too late. Talking about who ain't no good. You ain't no good. What's good about you? If he said, why callest thou me good? There's none good but God alone. Then what are these people talking about this? You ain't no good stuff. Ain't none of us good. Any good that's in us, the Most High is the orchestrator of it. It's from him. We're evil. And we gravitate towards evil unless we gravitate towards the Most High. The Most High is the only thing in the universe and the galaxy that's not evil, and that which is connected to him in heaven right now. That's why flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom, because flesh and blood are evil. So save your hypocrisy, man. But the last video of today, we're going to talk about alcohol. So stay tuned.